Danny Gurry, and you've tuned in to Good Morning Frederick. It's a podcast, well, about Frederick. Everything, the people, the businesses, the nonprofits, and the cool stuff. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Good Morning Frederick. Good morning, Frederick. It is Monday, August 26th, and I'm your host, Danny Gurry. We are back live and in person. Last week, had our 100th show on Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we ran some look-backs episodes that some better than others. I just have to say, I took a few days off. We're going to talk about it tomorrow. My husband Ash and I, with Mama Cone, went to Ohio to hang with my brother, who works at a radio station up there, for Bash on the Bay, a music festival. Had no idea there was an island off the coast of Ohio, but there are a few. We stayed in one, Put-in Bay, and had a great time. Actually got to interview one of the artists, which we'll play tomorrow. And what a great event. I'm definitely going back next year. It was so much fun. We had a great time. Anyway, so I appreciate your patience last week for those kind of reruns or re-showing of some of our content. But, you know, we've done 100 shows, interviewed over 250 people, have a lot of different interviews, and so hopefully it was stuff you hadn't seen before or reminded you of some of the great people we have talked to thus far in this journey. And what a journey it's been so far. Truly has been amazing. All right, here's a rundown of today's show. We're obviously going to have some giveaways for you. Going to talk about what's happening in Frederick, because there is lots happening. This is the witching hour, I guess, so to speak, in the events world here in Frederick. Starting about now through October, there are, I'd love to say a bazillion. I don't even know how many that is, but there are events out the wazoo because everybody's trying to get in their outdoor events while the weather is still nice. So we got lots to put on your calendar. I also talked to Karen Justice today to chat about her event to raise money for Clean Water Kenya. Jason Mecler visits the show today, and after suffering for years from pain, he created a salve that's helping him and others through his company, Cosmec Healing. Possum Pets is in the house today, sponsored by Pet and Home Care, who is still hiring. You're going to check out Gambit. He's a large lab, kind of looks Chesapeake lab mix, but so sweet. Oh, such a sweet big dog. If you're looking for a big dog, he is definitely a big dog. And then I'm going to do a weekend recap because this past weekend we checked out Common Market's 50th anniversary. And I was the MC for Blue Crabs and Blue Prints, which benefited Habitat for Humanity of Frederick County. So, that's what you're going to get today. It's a packed show, so let's get into this. Also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are at 725 subscribers. It is so hard to believe. Only 275 more needed to hit our goal. Hoping to hit 1,000 by September. So if you can please do what you guys do best, and I know many of you continue to share the show and the stream and the page, and I'm so grateful for that because, look, I think that this is a great show, right? And if you're a new subscriber and you're just joining us, welcome. And if you're wondering what the heck is this show all about, well, it's about you, Frederick. If you live in Frederick County, this show, Good Morning Frederick, is about you, the people, the community, what's happening, and really just there's no other show that is dedicated 100% to Frederick County. Now, occasionally we will talk about things that are outside our county, like places you might want to visit, maybe for a day trip, and maybe stuff like Bash on the Bay, which is a huge event that you may want to consider for next year. But thank you guys so much for watching. And again, our new subscribers, we welcome you. I beg you to comment and share and follow. Right now, we are streaming to 8 different places on the interwebs. We're on YouTube, of course, LinkedIn as well, plus 6 Facebook pages. So, whichever one you're joining us from today, thank you so much. It is much appreciated. All right, don't forget about the podcast. If you're in the car and just want to listen, you can find us at Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeart, and other platforms. Our new 100 show shirts are now available at the home of Everything Frederick with all the other Good Morning Frederick merch, like stickers and magnets and hats and tumblers. All proceeds from our sales will be donated to Christmas Cash for Kids. That is everything sold now through December. So I would love to make a lovely donation to Christmas Cash for Kids this year and could use your support. You get some good merch and the shirts. The color, brilliant. They are nice and soft. And for the 100th show, as well as even actually the other ones, nice and soft shirts. But would love for you to be donning the merch throughout Frederick. New show supporter alert. We want to welcome to the Good Morning Frederick family, Colonial Jewelers. We thank them so much for the support. And again, can't do it without our advertisers and sponsors. So please reach out and support them if you can. Also, we are collecting for Sleep in Heavenly Peace. We are collecting new bedding, twin-sized sheets, blankets, comforters, pillows, etc. And we are collecting that at the home of Everything Frederick now through September. All right, enough with that. Let's get this thing going on this wonderful Monday morning. Well, as I've said countless times, and I will continue to say it, I want to thank all of our advertisers and sponsors because cannot continue to do this show without them. And we help you move, signed on immediately. And I'm so grateful for a lot of people who just had faith that this was going to be something decent. And I hope you guys feel that it is. We help you move, whether you're moving across the street or across the country. Nicholas and his team of moving experts make that process easier. We Help You Move is veteran-owned and a huge supporter of the Frederick community. Well, I think the boys are back. I tell you, well, I see Chris, so maybe it's only Chris this morning, but I think we've got our Morning News Express, our update with local news, weather, and sports. Let's see what's happening. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm excellent. How are you this morning?
Doing good. No boys today. Just one tough, manly man. Me, Chris Michaels here.
Well, that is absolutely fine. I'm happy with that. It feels like it's been like a month since I've talked to you guys.
I know. I got to tell you, I miss doing this. Nobody delivers bad news like I do. And I'm so proud of that. I got to tell you. Let me tell you, I feel bad. I wasn't able to wish you your happy 100th episode. I'm gonna be sweet here because you deserve it. Thank you for everything you do, Danny. And 100 episodes is a huge milestone for you. And I kind of knew when you were going to start this, I knew you would do good at it because again, I've known you, for a few years now, and anything you put your mind to, you know what, you do it big. So I'm proud of you, and you're gonna be keep rocking.
Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it very, very much.
I know you don't like compliments, so I figured I would start the show off with a compliment.
It's not that I don't like them. It just I don't know what I just say thank you. Look, I don't it's kind of funny. I don't like being the center of attention. I like to just kind of put everything out there about Frederick and let that be the center of attention, but I do. I'm very, very appreciative of the outreach, not only from you guys, but from the community and the support for this show. I tell you, without it, I can't keep doing it. So, I'll keep doing this as long as everybody wants to watch it. So it's all cool.
And before I get to news, I want to make you a promise right now. I'm raising my right hand. I promise, me being me, I will give you more than enough bloopers for your 200th episode to celebrate. Probably more than you'll want. So.
I know. Actually, in the blooper reel for the 100th, I didn't put any of your bloopers on there, only my own. But I have a notebook now next to me, so I can record the bloopers. So we'll see what happens in the 200th, which is coming up January. Might be it's like the first or second week of January. So we'll keep you guys posted about that.
Well, you had so many bloopers you could have chose from me. I'm surprised you did. There's plenty of bloopers that you had.
It's all good. All right, what's happening locally?
Taking a look at news. Let's see here. So yesterday, August 25th, at approximately 7 a.m., Frederick County Sheriff's deputies were called to a residence in the 7,000 block of Manalong Court in New Market. The call was reported as a shooting. Upon arrival, deputies located 2 adults deceased in the home and 4 children who, thank God, were unharmed. Detectives are currently conducting a death investigation. The cause of death has not been yet determined. There are no other details that can be released at this time. All I can say is those poor kids, those poor children are going to have a lot of trauma and going to have to go through a lot of counseling. So,
oh my gosh, that's terrible.
Yeah, and again, all they know is they were dispatched because of a shooting, so they don't know anything further. Of course, we'll keep you updated on what happens there. 3 people were arrested, I believe it was Friday afternoon, in Frederick following a traffic stop, including a 17-year-old boy who was charged with weapons offenses. On Friday, police say the traffic stop occurred in the area of Madison and Carrollton Streets because the driver failed to stop for a detective's car, which had activated its emergency lights and siren. He continued driving to the area of Logan Street and Sherman Avenue before stopping. The operator, Anthony Lee Ferguson, 19, was immediately detained. A detective sergeant noticed 17-year-old boy had all the indicators that he was armed and was able to detain him. 17 years old. Authorities say 3 discarded handguns were found, along with the 4th handgun located nearby. One was reported stolen from Virginia. The youth was charged as an adult at the Frederick County Detention Center with firearms offenses. Officers and detectives also found a 3rd suspect identified as Deontay Xavier Soul, 22, hiding in the backyard. He was issued a criminal citation for 4th-degree burglary as he did not have the owner's permission to be on property. Ferguson, the driver, was also issued a citation for fleeing and eluding and operating an unregistered vehicle. Now, I've been watching a lot of live PD patrol, live PD, because obviously Frederick was on there. They're no longer on there. And as I'm watching this, Danny, it's mind-boggling to me how many of these drivers get pulled over for not having a driver's license. When did all this happen? And now they get a slap on the wrist. It's crazy to me. Back in the day, something like that happened, you get locked up for that.
Yeah, I don't understand it, to be honest. Or driving with a suspended license or I don't know. I was talking to somebody the other day, actually, and, when I interact with law enforcement, even in a casual atmosphere, not when something is happening, my heart still beats fast. I have so much respect for what they do. And it always just makes me a little nervous. And I don't know why people, I don't know. I don't understand the culture right now, but I know our law enforcement does amazing things every single day and they put their lives on the line. And I wish people would respect the law a little bit more. That's all.
Well, and real quick before I get to weather, again, watching Live PD, I've got addicted to that show now, thanks to Frederick PD being on there. But to me, it occurs too that, look, it's great. Law enforcement is very respectful towards people when they pull them over. Excuse me, I'm sorry, which is wonderful. but there's such thing as being too respectful. What I mean is, I was watching in Hazen, Arkansas, this chase that was going on for a while, and this vehicle was put everybody's life at risk. Almost had a couple of head-on collisions, and they finally got him via the pit maneuver. And it was like they were talking so nice to him. It's like, you know what? The guy's a dirtbag. Did we forget that he's a dirtbag? He put people's lives on the line.
Wow.
So it gets to a point where I get it, you got to be nice when you're law enforcement. Come on, enough's enough.
Yeah, unfortunately, when the cameras are aimed at you, you're trying to make sure you're not doing anything at all. So, yeah.
Right. Well, getting into weather, partly cloudiness early, which if you look outside, it is partly cloudy out there with scattered showers and thunderstorms during the afternoon. Now, storms may contain gusty winds, high of 87, and take a look at tonight. Partly cloudy skies, slight chance of a rain shower tonight, low near 65. And taking a look at tomorrow, Danny, it's going to be hot. When I say hot, I mean it's not 100 degrees, but it's going to be about 93, 94. To me, that's hot.
Yeah, that's pretty hot considering the last couple weeks.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have to put that nice hair of yours up. As for me, well, obviously I don't have to worry about hair being up. But a few passing clouds tomorrow. Otherwise, generally sunny, high again of 92. And tomorrow night, some clouds early will give way to generally clear conditions overnight, a low of 71. And there you go.
Yeah. How about sports? The NFL having their preseason runs. Are you who do you follow for football?
I am a diehard Jets fan, which is why I'm on blood pressure medication right now. And I owe you an apology. So Bob normally does sports. And on our radio show, I had to take care of sports. And I had everything printed out beautifully, Danny. But I left it upstairs. And then I noticed I left it upstairs when I logged on. I'm like, well, I don't want to run upstairs just in case you come to me and there's an empty chair over here.
We wouldn't want you to break into a sweat before you jump on.
I mean, as it is,
you already have the nice glow.
Yes. I will say though, I can say preseason, the Ravens lost to the Packers. I'm not sure the final score. The Commanders did win their preseason game. The O's lost. The Washington Nationals won. And the Frederick Keys lost. So I don't remember the scores.
That's pretty good, though, that you remember that.
Hey, there's certain things I can remember in life, like sports. So there you go.
Well, that is awesome. Well, we appreciate you joining. It's good to be back to a normal show. Bob, I forgot, is on vacation for a couple of weeks. So it is just you and I, my friend.
And as normal as the show can be with me being on here, which isn't that normal, unfortunately. Take care, Daddy. Have a great
All
show.
right. We'll see you later. Thank you. All right. Well, thank Chris so much. I forget the schedules that are happening. All right. We got some giveaways for you. We've got the 2 tickets to Troy Fest. That is coming up on September 7th. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday. If you want to go to our own little local music festival, you might want those tickets. You can either purchase them, obviously, online, or you can win a pair by texting the word FEST. We also, this is new, a family 4-pack of tickets to Gaver Farm. They are open for some fall family fun. If you want to text farm, you can head out there, take the kiddos for some farm fun. Also, Maryland Lottery, 5 scratch-offs every week. You just text MDL, and you can head to mdlottery.com for all the available games. And, of course, you want to please play responsibly. We're actually going to be talking with Gail from Maryland Lottery soon because a Frederick woman, I think, won recently and has chosen to not remain anonymous. So we may actually get the opportunity to speak with her as well, which is kind of cool. All right, Tree Trekkers, a 3-hour adventure ticket good for the season. And then we still have those 4 tickets to the Frederick Keys, which are good for any regular season game. And they play through this weekend. They finish up this weekend. So you can enter 24 hours a day. I'll tell you this right now. Anyone who wants to go to the Frederick Keys for their last games, just text Keys And in the order you text, I will give you 4 tickets so you can go. Wrap up the summer with the Frederick Keys. It is a great, fun afternoon or evening to get the family out and enjoy some local sports entertainment. To be honest, I know I don't really watch the baseball that much. I chat with friends and we find Quixote and take our photos and all that good stuff. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Then we're back with all the events from Frederick, from the best calendar in the region. And Karen Justice is going to tell us about her event to raise money for Clean Water Kenya. Jason Mecler is going to talk about how he is helping not only himself but others through his company, Cosmec Healing. Possum Pets, sponsored by Pet and Home Care. Gambit, the large lab. Oh, you're going to want to see that, sweetheart. And I'm going to do a weekend recap with Common Market's 50th anniversary and Blue Crabs and Blueprints, which benefited Habitat for Humanity of Frederick County. All of that is coming up just after a couple quick messages.
Real estate goddess, yeah. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams are perfect, yeah. Shannon family beyond compare.
And once again, just want to thank Colonial Jewelers for supporting Good Morning Frederick. All right, if you want to know what's happening in Frederick, you know where to go, but I shall remind you every chance I get. If you go to promocircus.com and click on Everything Frederick Live, you will see the calendar of events there. You'll also see the podcast, which is another place where you can listen to it if you'd like to. All right. Oh my goodness. There are so many great events coming up. All right. We are at the end of the month. So let's look at our agenda view. August is we have so many events. It's like 2 pages. All right. Today is Monday and you can see tons of great events going on today. Tonight at 7 p.m., you can check out Rack Brewing for the I Don't Like Mondays Comedy Showcase. Everybody needs a little laugh on a Monday for sure. That's at 7 p.m., and that is free. And you can, of course, get your beverages from Rack, which are awesome. You can also, I talk about Rotary Club quite a bit. The Rotary Club of Newmarket meets tonight at 7 p.m. at our friend Ashley Wright's business, Prospect Pantry, which is right on Main Street. And you can check out a meeting. If you go, which you are more than welcome to, tell Will Bird that you are my guest, even though I might not be there. It's okay. He will be happy to have you at that meeting. That club is really cool. They do a lot of great things, and it's kind of nice that their meetings are in the evenings. All right, on Tuesday, we've got, let's see. Oh, this is really cool. Well, you know what? That is not happening. That was me. I was supposed to be doing that webinar. I was going to schedule it. And if you're interested in a webinar about the making the most of hosting or participating in events, let me know. I really did want to do it, but then forgot the 100th show was the week before, and then we were away. I am going to do that. I'm going to probably push it to the later this fall when we're all inside and all that good stuff. But I'd like to do a lunchtime webinar. And also, We want to have some lunchtime kind of marketing 101s at the home of Everything Frederick, and those are coming soon, very soon. I apologize. And I clicked right on it. That's hilarious because I was like, oh, that sounds kind of cool. Who's doing that? Oh, that would be you. Silly. All right. Threads of Hope, a high tea fundraiser is happening at Dutch's Daughter tomorrow from 1 to 3 p.m. This is the 52 Blazers. This is going to benefit Hartley House. Amy Benton, I don't know if you've seen her on social media. She bought 52 Blazers from Goodwill, and she is donating them for, I guess, auction. Yeah. And to benefit Hartley House. That is tomorrow, 1 to 3 p.m. You can get the information at that link or search for Threads of Hope on social media. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, Antietam World Travel Service. Their 40-year celebration is happening tomorrow from 4 to 6 at the Old Farm location. That's where they are. That's where their office is. Come on over. They're going to have they'll have all of their consultants there. If you want information about a trip maybe you were thinking about planning, or maybe you just want to see kind of what's out there or talk to them about why having Antietam World Travel Service in your corner when you travel is so great, you can go there tomorrow. I'm going to be stopping by there for sure to check that out, so don't miss that. Also, it's 2 for Tuesday karaoke at the Orioles Nest tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. And you know, you always want to sing more than one song. I know some of y'all out there. I know you like to get on that mic. All right, on Wednesday, you've got the Frederick County Animal Control Microchip Clinic. If you want to get your pet microchipped, it's just $20. You do not need an appointment. You can walk right up and do that. Also, let's see, we've got the superhero train ride and picnic, which is Wednesday at 11:30 at Walkersville Southern Railroad. That is pretty awesome. So if you want to take your preschooler on a train ride, you can do that there. There is also a networking event. If you're a local business and you want to attend, you can come up to the Mid-Atlantic Chiropractic Center, which is on Osprey Way, which is right across from Wegmans, near Buffalo Wild Wings, actually, and One Life Fitness. They've got a couple of people who have joined together to have a networking event. And sometimes these are really great when they're hosted by some different people, because you're going to meet different people, which is nice. And it's not seeing the same old faces. That's why we love the networking at the home of Everything Frederick. It's always different. I love it. So great. Let's see what else is happening. The patio music series on Wednesday at Heritage Frederick. That's kind of cool. Enslow is playing. They were at she was at their band was at Live at 5 last year. But you can bring a lawn chair or blanket and just eat, drink, and jam at Heritage Frederick. And if you haven't been to Heritage Frederick, it is a great space, especially that garden area in the back. That's it from 5 to 7 p.m. Also, the FCPS Board of Education meeting is Wednesday at 6 p.m. Now, I've already seen lots of posts from parents about what the heck is going on with this, and why is my child having to do this, and this is the first I've heard about that. Well, here's the thing. If you get involved, you will never be surprised again. You will have a say, whether you like what they do or not. Obviously, that is, you can't control all of that, except to vote for the people you want who represent your principles. And coming up, starting Monday, September 9th, each Monday, I am having a Board of Education candidate town hall. Now, I've invited all of the candidates. There are 6 candidates who are up for election for 4 seats this election in November. So, if you want to come and ask questions, this will be your opportunity. So if you search Good Morning Frederick, look at our events, you can see right now, I think Jamie Brennan, Janie Moye, and Veronica Lowe. I think, and Clint, I always want to say Clint Black. They have all picked a date. I think so. I think that there's 2 others who have not yet chosen a date to come to the town hall. But this will give you a good opportunity to ask your questions. Now, if you can't attend, just let me know. Send me I'll put up something so you guys can send your questions in. We are going to attempt to live stream them to our YouTube channel. And of course, I will post the full videos after the fact. So that is all coming up, but the Board of Ed meeting is this Wednesday. If you want to get involved, I highly recommend that you do. All right, let's see. Thursday, of course, is Alive at 5. So you're going to want to check that out. Let's see what else. A mission networking event. Oh, Goodwill. Goodwill on Monocacy Boulevard is inviting you for some quick tours and information about the campus that they've created. Now, I know a lot of people speak badly about Goodwill and say they're too expensive and they don't do anything for the community. Well, they actually do here in Frederick. They built that entire campus, much of which is free for you to use. There is a whole gallery room that you can reserve free of charge if you're doing an event, training, if you're meeting clients, anything like that. There is space available to the community. I don't know if you knew that, but you're going to want to go check it out. The space is gorgeous, actually. Also, part of that space is the Veterans Service Center, which Goodwill owns and gives to the organizations like the Warrior Canine Companions and Platoon 22. There's also a whole veterans computer lab helping veterans and others find jobs, job training, computer help with getting your resume done. So if you want to check out Goodwill, you're going to want to go to that mission networking event this Thursday, 4 o'clock. All right, let's see. And Friday, I love talking about the weekend already on a Monday, but family nights in the park. Oh, look at that at the pool, the city pool, Edward Thomas Memorial Pool. Wow, that's really cool. There are tons of events going on, and let's see. Okay, coming up on the 30th, it is at the pool. Oh, they're showing Moana. Really interesting. So you're going to want to check Frederick Parks and Rec for information about that. It is free, and you can attend the family nights in the park, that's kind of cool. And let's see, Saturday, the 31st. Okay, we want to tell you about this amazing event. Did you know it's Play Music on the Porch Day? I guess it is always the last Saturday in August. I mean, I love music. And what if everybody just stopped for a couple of minutes and listened to music? Well, the town of Newmarket is making sure you can hear the music this Saturday from noon to 3 p.m. We want to thank, Brooke Fox is hosting this event, and the Faces of Newmarket, I think that's a Facebook group, Faces of Newmarket, Maryland. They filled Main Street with music last year. This year, they're actually even bringing more musicians to play on Main Street. And get outside, play on your porch. If you can't get downtown to Newmarket, make sure you play some music sometime throughout the day. Maybe turn the speakers up a little bit, open those windows until your neighbors complain, of course. So far, more than 2,000 porches in 79 countries have registered to participate in Play Music on Your Porch Day. And that is happening this Saturday. Okay, also want you to save the date for these events coming up. The Cozy Castle. Remember Karen Hillman and the Cozy Castle, that beautiful house she's got right down on Old National Pike. Well, September 12th, she's hosting a Cozy Castle Tea and Tour event. So you're going to want to mark your calendar for that. And then the Key City Foundation's Oktoberfest 5K. You ready to run a 5K? Well, you've got some time. It is October 5th. Registration is open now, and if you head to the calendar and click on October 5th, you'll see a discount code to save 10% if you would like to register. All right, to see the links and details for all of these and many more events, just go to promocircus.com, click on Everything Frederick Live, and then Events. And if you have an event you want included on the calendar or you would like me to talk about, it's just $20 for, I think it's 25 for 5 days, 40 for 10 days, and I will promote your event. And that is very affordable. It is very affordable. All right, let's move on and talk about who is, let's see, what are we doing? Doing good in the neighborhood. That's what we're doing. Oh my gosh, did I not do? Holy cow. I don't even think I did the Atlas Wood Floors. I got to back up 1 second and thank our sponsor, Atlas Wood Floors, for happening in Frederick. I don't even think I read that, or did I blank out when I did it? Okay, well, let's play this because they are an amazing sponsor and they have been on since day one. Well, you know, we couldn't be back after a couple of days off without having some mess up, right? All right, we want to thank Atlas Wood Floors for sponsoring Happening in Frederick. They've been serving the area for more than 34 years. They have wood floors, luxury vinyl plank, and anything that you'd like to put on your floors, they can handle. Now, I don't know if they've done any of those coin-based flooring things that you've seen on social media, but I bet if you wanted to do it, they would probably help you out. Give them a call today, 301-948-9663. When you call, ask for Jeff, 301-948-WOOD. Or to see more about Atlas Wood Floors, go to atlaswoodfloors.net. Goodness gracious almighty. I apologize for that. Well, we didn't miss out. But now we want to talk about who is doing good in our neighborhood. All right, Doing Good in the Neighborhood is sponsored by Antietam World Travel Service. Why would you use Antietam World Travel Service to coordinate your vacation? Simple. They're full service. They'll save you countless hours of online research. They have relationships with all of those properties and suppliers that's going to give you the best value and perhaps some perks that you can't get on your own. Also, you get convenience, experience, and connections. Go to AntietamTravel.com now and get started on your dream vacation or stop by to their open house. Karen Justice is a writer, traveler, and loves helping out by volunteering with organizations throughout Frederick. Currently, she's planning an event, her first one, to help bring water to those who need it in Kenya. Her event is coming up in September. Here's Karen to tell us all about it. Frederick, I'm here with Karen Justice. You're a writer and you are a volunteer for nonprofits.
Yes.
How long have you been in Frederick?
Since 2018.
Okay. Where did you move from?
I moved here from Rockville by way of Norway.
Oh, wow. That was a detour.
My condo is the 30th home I've lived in.
Okay.
So lots of history before I settled and put down roots in Frederick.
Yeah, okay. And right now the project of focus is Clean Water Kenya.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about how you got involved with this organization.
Well, it was the guy I was dating. He would, every Saturday morning, it was like, not every Saturday morning, once a month or Saturday morning, I got a board meeting. It was always by Zoom. The organization is headquartered in central Pennsylvania. And then the organizers have distributed so many of these water filtration pots. They're merely a clay pot that's been dipped in a special product, a liquid, and then put in a plastic bucket with a spigot on it and a cover to keep it clean. And so the Maasai were so grateful for the amount of support that they have received that they inducted Ken and Judy Clark as elders in their Maasai tribe
Wow.
last September.
Holy cow.
And so it's like I heard a little bit about it. I helped with some of the races and the walks that they've done in Allentown and Waynesboro, Pennsylvania. And I had the opportunity to go with them to Kenya for this big event and to go to the schools, visit the schools. And you know how, when you drink the water, you become a fan. Well, I literally drank the water that was clean, the filthy, dirty water out of the river. After it had gone through these pots and the filtration system, it looked as clean as things you get in bottled water and tasted just as good.
Wow.
So I drank the water.
Very good, very good. And I know that there's been a lot of invention around filtration of water as simply as possible, not only for people who travel and camp and all of that, but for countries like Africa that struggle finding clean water to drink. So you became a fan.
Yes.
And now though you're not on the board, they're roping you in to help.
I volunteered. I have this downside of me. I volunteer.
Yes.
But yeah, it's something I really strongly believe in.
Awesome. Okay, so you're doing an event to raise money and awareness for Clean Water Kenya.
Right.
What is the event that you're doing?
Well, because I've never done a race or a walk, I decided to do something simpler and different, so there wouldn't be any high expectations of how well I did it.
Nothing to compare it to.
Plus, these little kids and their mothers are carrying water miles, dirty water.
Yeah.
And so I thought, well, you know what? Let's carry a gallon of water for a mile. It's representational, and it's not easy for most people to do.
Yeah.
So one of our sponsors is providing backpacks, so there is an easier way than trying to do it.
Put it on your head.
Wherever, so
yeah,
one gallon, 1 mile, and then if you want to really, that's for $25. So if you want to pay $30, which is the cost of one of the pots, you can be a water warrior.
Okay.
And you have to carry 2 gallons for 1 mile.
A challenge for you there.
The Kenyan challenge.
Yes, very good. Now, when is this event happening?
On Saturday, the 7th of September.
Okay.
And registration opens at 8, and we'll start walking about 8:30.
And where is it happening?
It starts in the village at Warman's Mill.
Okay,
right in the center, right behind Ricci's and Plaza Mexico.
Yeah, very nice little area. And you're just going to be walking kind of around that area? Or?
Well, permitting, traffic, all that sort of thing. I talked with Park and Recs and the police, and we're staying on the sidewalks.
Okay.
And then cross the bridge into the wetlands.
Okay.
And then turn around and come back to the same place.
Very nice, very nice. And do you have any expectation or goal to achieve for this fundraiser?
I would love to be able to provide 1,000 water filters, which is $3,000 in revenue.
Okay.
So, whether I get there this year or not,
right.
That's my goal.
Yeah, that's a good goal. I like it. And so does each person need a pot, or each family? How does that?
For the pots in Kenya, interestingly enough, the one pot cleans 60 liters of water a day for 5 years.
Oh, wow.
So that is a lot of water. But families are large.
Sure.
But on the other hand, many families, if the village each family in the village doesn't own a pot, they share them.
Yes.
I mean, that's the culture.
Of course.
It's anybody's culture when you're living closely together. So they share. But, the objective is, it's still like I said, that I told you earlier, I was at a convocation with 1,200 Maasai, and that was only the ones who could travel to this particular place where there was a convocation. So a lot of families, a lot of people to serve.
Yes, absolutely. Tell me about your trip in September. What was that like?
Well, when we arrived, we were met by the gentleman in Nairobi area who distributes the pots for us.
Okay.
And we went out to the Campo area, which is to the west and a little bit north of Nairobi.
Okay.
If anybody's an African geography expert, please forgive me if I'm not exactly there. But the Campo tribe area, and we visited several of the schools because the children can't come to school if they're not healthy.
Sure.
So we visited several of the schools with these great big smiling faces and uniforms, and we had the children sang for us.
Aw.
And some of them just, stared at us.
Yeah.
And we also went to one of the clinics.
Okay.
Actually went to 2 clinics, one that day and one the next day in another area. And we're told what a major difference in waterborne illnesses these
Sure.
pots are making in the area.
That's amazing.
And we had lunch in a home with 25 people who didn't speak our language, and still it was fun.
Yeah.
The next day we went to the factory where the pots are made.
Okay.
And
So they're made right there.
they're made by a Kenyan, a woman-owned company.
Woo.
A woman and her daughter.
Oh, I love it.
Just outside of Nairobi, in an area named Karen.
Oh.
Named after Karen Blixen. I mean, she lived in that area. If you ever read her books and so on, she lived right
Yeah.
outside of Nairobi, and so there's an area called Karen, and just north of there is where
Oh,
the
very
pots are
good.
made.
All right, so Clean Water Kenya, carry a gallon of water 1 mile, September 7th. You want to get there by 8 to register.
They can register online.
Okay, where do they go to register?
I couldn't tell you exactly because it's a
Okay.
QR code.
Okay, I will figure that out and we'll put it on the screen. I think I
Okay.
have that. But yeah, we can register online or you can register on the date. It's
Actually, they can go to cleanwaterkenya.com
Okay.
because a flyer is on there with a QR code.
Okay.
So cleanwaterkenya.com, look for events, scroll down.
Yeah.
This is a small organization, and not everything on the website is perfect, but you can find it.
Very good.
Try really hard. I want $3,000.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We're going to try to help Karen get to her goal. September 7th, 8 a.m., Warman's Mill, Clean Water Kenya. Carry a gallon of water 1 mile. I think we can do that.
We can do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Want to thank Karen Justice for visiting us today.
Thank you. I really appreciate it, Danny.
Yeah, of course.
All right. Want to thank Karen, Clean Water Kenya. It's not too tough a task, and what an impact you can make on the people of Kenya. All right. Are you getting hungry, thinking about lunch? Would love for you to check out Thai Merrick. Looking for a great place to eat, and I decided to take my mom to Thai Merrick.
Yeah.
What did you think?
Oh my gosh, it was just so beautiful. You didn't want to eat it. It was a great presentation, and I tried things I had never tried before. And you walk away just with scrumptious on your mind.
Oh, yeah. So they served us a tea and an iced tea. And none of us are big iced tea drinkers, but it was one of our favorite things, wasn't it?
Oh, it was sweet and light and delicious.
It was. And then the curry puffs, I think they were.
That was one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
It reminded me of something my mother and grandmother used to cook. It was excellent flavor.
Well, if you want excellent flavor, great presentation, I mean to be stuffed, head to Thai Merrick, 1170 West Patrick Street in Frederick, thaimerrick.com. Ah, yes. Put that on your list of places to visit if you haven't yet. All right, let's talk about who is making our Frederick market phenomenal. Market Makers is sponsored by Dublin Roasters, the Frederick Coffee House, fueled by love and positivity. Visit Dublin Roasters at 1780 North Market Street or at DublinRoastersCoffee.com. Dublin Roasters is a great place to meet up with friends or business, if you're going to have a business meeting or something, it is fantastic. And you can always hang out there until 3 p.m. when they close. All right, aches and pains and unanswered ailments led Jason Mecler to finding a solution on his own. Through that, he started Cosmec Healing, and he created a salve that is not only helping him, but countless others as well. I would love for you to meet, if you don't already know him, Jason Mecler. Having the pleasure of chatting with Jason Mecler, Mec, as a lot of his friends call him. And I've known Jason for several years now, and something that has happened to him has led to some fun discoveries for him. Hey, Jason, how are you?
I'm doing great. How about you, Danny?
I'm great, thank you so much. Cosmec healing, and you have had quite the run, my friend, over the years of not feeling great. Tell us a little bit about kind of that health journey for you and what it's led to so far.
Okay, it's a long story. So, but in short, I've been suffering from chronic pain for since I was about 18, and it kept getting progressively worse. And I was getting treatment for my back, and we thought it was a bunch of different things from degenerative disc to arthritis and different types of stuff like that. And I had a fusion L4, L5, S1, and then I had dozens of ablations, probably hundreds of epidurals, and it really wasn't hitting anything that was happening. A ton of opiates that I was prescribed, pain management didn't do anything. And then, this is where I started my journey with cannabis and CBD and different things like that.
Yeah.
And, it wound up to that it turned out to be Lyme disease with a bunch of co-infections that are good, a lot of fun stuff to go through, which was like Bartonella and Babesia. And these are things that are kind of really getting big on the East Coast, especially like Western Maryland. I believe that 40% of the ticks that DNR has been finding has Lyme in it. So, some people have heard of it. Some people, don't necessarily think that it's the big deal, but for these people, it's also referred to as the great imitator. So mine was actually presenting itself kind of like Parkinson's and dementia with Lewy bodies.
Oh my gosh. I mean, you were really dealt like the full house hand of just all these different things. And I guess while it's, it's been the journey, at least knowing what it is has got to be a little bit comforting to know at least now maybe how you go about getting better or feeling better at least.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's something I'm going to have for the rest of my life, but, you learn to deal with it, and knowing what you're up against just kind of, like you said, gives you a little bit of an idea of how you're going to fight. But it's hard to find doctors that treat the PrEP protocol because the CDC guidelines don't want you to do it necessarily the right way.
Yeah.
So you got to find Lyme literate doctors and people that are experienced, and I've seen some of the top specialists in the world. That treated me to help get me on the right path, but I'm not having these issues as bad as I was before. I can deal with pain, but when you're going through the mental part of it, where you're seeing rage or confusion and you're just, things aren't working, you can't conversate, having that back, all I need, I can handle things, well versed in it. When you lose your mind, pretty much literally, that's scary as hell. So.
Yeah, for sure. And I know like so you created a cannabis based product, that helped you feel better?
Yeah, so I started, with my Lyme journey and chronic pain journey, I started learning more about cannabis and cannabinoids and terpenes. And, you learn that there's a lot more things than just THC that gets you high. There's another 100 plus cannabinoids that do all kinds of things that are not intoxicating and have incredibly powerful medicinal benefits. Started working with that, and I just, over the span of about 7 or 8 years, I started formulating my own transdermal salves to help with my chronic pain, and the transdermal being different than topical because they actually penetrate your epidermis layers and go into your bloodstream, as opposed to just a treatment on the top of your skin. So it's kind of, it's deep relief that goes and becomes systemic into your bloodstream, across the blood-brain barrier and all that good stuff. So it's it's cool. And then I do some tinctures, which are pretty easy to do. But everything that I've done to help treat myself, I pretty much just started manufacturing and putting it out there for others to, have in their tool bag and give it a shot, because I know there's a ton of people, whether it's Lyme or MS or chronic pain of some sort, are tired of just being prescribed pill after pill after pill. So these things are, they're legal, they're natural, they're organic, and these are things that we've used for thousands of years before they were outlawed to kind of help with.
Yeah,
so
and I mean, look, it's kind of, disappointing that, doctors, your kind of standard medical practice isn't more open to or up on all of the benefits that you've found. It's, it kind of makes me mad that it's more holistic doctors or, doctors that, some of the medical practices don't consider doctors that have helped you and, have really been in the forefront, especially for Lyme's, because I know friends similar to you who suffered for years before they were ever diagnosed or given an answer. And I know how frustrating that can be. And, that there are some answers out there that aren't being embraced is kind of annoying. However, you producing this, using it, and knowing that it does well seems to be working, because every time I see that you have more available and you put it out there, tons of people are responding to get them some. So that's good.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I'm blessed something positive came out from it. It sucked going on that journey and finding that path and coming up with it, but I'm blessed to have lived to be able to, maybe help some other people. But yeah, definitely taking off, and I'm in the right field. I know a lot of people, and I feel like my whole journey has been purposeful to get here. So it's, whether it's people that I met when I did kickball, and I met 10, 15 years ago, like somehow all those people are still intertwined in my life today. And, so, and another thing, I don't want anybody to think that I'm blasting doctors or whatever. Modern medicine absolutely has its place today, but there's some people are just so tuned out to go a natural route first, as opposed, I do have a couple doctors that's like, it should be the first line of defense.
Yeah.
And then if we got to switch it up, then we switch it up. But we should always try something that's really, it's not responsible for any deaths. Like the side effects are pretty minimum or mild, in comparison to some of the stuff that you see on a commercial for,
Yeah, where it's 18 pages of warnings versus your one page of this is what great things it's going to do for you. Look, you're right. Not blasting, conventional medicine at all, but really I do think there has to be some happy medium and understanding and partnering with some of these people doing some natural remedies, which, every body is different. And so sometimes those, conventional prescriptions work, and sometimes it can destroy more than the problem you're trying to solve.
With the new opportunity coming up, we're kind of focused on that, and then we'll be in 100 plus dispensaries in Maryland. So that'll be a good way to go.
Yeah, absolutely. If there was one thing you'd want people to know about this salve, what would you say?
It's not going to get you high. I don't want to turn anybody off by saying that, but there's the cannabinoids and the terpenes that I use are non-intoxicating. So there's a lot of people that think that, it's just smoking joints or bowls or whatever. No, there's a lot of other ways that you can consume this. Be safe. You can pass a drug test. It's federally legal, all these products, and like I said, they're not intoxicating, and hopefully they work for a lot of people.
Yeah, so if you're suffering from any sort of like joint pain or any pain anywhere, this may be a good option for you. You can check it out, cosmechealing.com, and we'll make sure the website is up on screen for you. Check it out, and you might find that there's a bit of relief that you didn't know you could enjoy. So we want to thank Jason and for the journey he's been on, and we pray for you to get some relief and continue going the way you're going, and really we'll be excited at some of the great things to come for you.
Thank you so much, Dan. I really appreciate it. And it's good to connect. It's like old times.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, we will talk to you soon.
All right, take care. Thank you so much.
All right, want to thank Jason Mecler, his wife. I need to get her on the show. She is one of the, I think it's myofascial stretching. She's done some stretching. RPM Motion, right on Industry Lane. They are the official peeps of the Ravens. She flies around the country during football season, making sure football players feel good. And I want to talk to her too, but they have been an amazing couple. They used to do, I think it was FACA, what was the name of the kickball league. They got married right at home plate years ago, and really happy that Jason is getting some answers and done the research and created the company, which that's what we love about it here in Frederick. All right, quick break. Then we're back with Possum Pets, sponsored by Pet and Home Care. And we've got a great little gentle giant for you today. And I'll do a weekend recap so you can see some of the great stuff that happened in Frederick this past weekend. That's all coming up just after this.
Dream Free Art, Frederick's first and only splatter room. New location, new beginner-friendly artful shenanigans for all ages. Come fling paint and make a masterpiece in Dream Free Art Splatter Room, or join us for a fun and unique art experience. Book your next birthday party, corporate event, date night, or family outing at dreamfreeart.com to unleash your inner artist today. Dream Free Art. Free your creativity.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves, double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
All right. A&S Construction, a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business. They're right here in Frederick. A&S Construction specialize in roofing and siding, but they can take care of your windows and gutters as well. And if you're looking for a new patio or deck, or you need yours fixed up, call A&S Construction at 301-703-2157, or you can send an email to info@ansconstruction.net. You can, of course, visit them online as well. You'll get $750 off any roof or siding replacement, or I'm going to say $750 off any new job. You want a new patio, new deck? I think you can get $750 off. If you're replacing all of your windows, I bet Sandra will give you that discount on that as well. Or $50 off any repairs. So if you need your roof repaired, some siding fixed up, maybe your patio and deck just needs some help, she'll give you $50 off of that, I'm sure. Tell Sandra that Danny sent you, and that's what I offered. All right, we want to thank her for the support as well. All right, Possum Pets, sponsored by Pet and Home Care. They're hiring for pet sitters and kennel techs. Listen to these benefits: 40 hours PTO each year, 401k matching, flexible schedule, and you're a full-fledged employee, not a subcontractor, which is helpful at tax time. Go to petandhomecare.com and click on careers today. petandhomecare.com. Let's take a look. Possum Pets.
Frederick County Animal Shelter and Good Morning Frederick proudly present Possum Pets. Sponsored by Pet and Home Care. Now let's meet today's adorable adoptable pet.
We're at Frederick County Animal Control. This is take 2 for those of you who know I make some errors. This could be on blooper reel, except I didn't record the first time. All right, I'm here with Sean. We're at Frederick County Animal Control. We're here with Gambit.
Yeah.
He is gorgeous.
He is. He's a big guy. So Gambit is an 8-year-old Labrador Retriever mix, weighs approximately 119 pounds. So he's a big fella.
He is.
Unfortunately, Gambit lost his house because his owner was hospitalized and there was no one to care for him. He lived with that person, as far as we know, his whole life. But I got to tell you, his resiliency while he's been here has been great.
Yeah, because it's hard for some dogs to
Yeah.
come into a kennel situation when they've been in a home their whole lives.
Yep.
It's so good he's been able to adapt.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, we take great care of the animals, but I gotta say, we're not a home. So, you know, he gets outside time, he gets his meals every day, but he doesn't have a couch to lay on and those kinds of things.
So we are in a large play yard that you guys have
Yep.
that I didn't even know existed. This is
Yeah.
really great. Grassy area for the dogs to run around, and it's a really great place to see a dog you're interested in.
Yep.
Because they get to relax a little bit. They're off leash. There's no noise out here as far as other animals.
Yep.
Really,
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, so we have this large fenced-in area. There's toys out here for those dogs that like fetch. Obviously, visitors can come to here, but our volunteers use it and our staff. We have a nice field that dogs can be walked in for exercise, and then we have a smaller play yard too. So, you know, the goal is to obviously give dogs as much exercise as possible and help them with enrichment and, you know, mental stimulation, those kinds of things. So with
Yeah.
things out here, we were talking about the trail earlier, how there's all kinds of wildlife scents
Yeah.
and how like mental stimulation can actually be work for a dog.
Yes.
That it's actually been proven that that can be a type of work for them,
Yes.
just like running or anything else.
Yeah, I've seen a lot on social media where you can tie up little treats in a towel, you know, a big long towel, and get them to sniff and smell, and that
Yeah.
can actually wear them out a little bit
Yep,
and
yeah.
keep them entertained.
Yeah, we
Get
have
their-
puzzle feeders and things like that.
Yeah.
But at home, yeah, towel. If you have like a working dog or some kind of dog that needs mental stimulation, that's a great tip for home, you know,
Yeah.
that you can give them a little something to focus
That's right.
on and do that.
That's right. All right. If you're interested now, Maryland 3000 is happening right
Yep.
now, which means any dog, any cat from the Frederick County Animal Control, $15.50.
$15.50, and the goal is for many shelters in the state of Maryland to adopt out 3,000 animals during the month of August. That's why we reduced the price. You get everything you normally do: spay, neuter, microchip, distemper, rabies, a vet visit, your Frederick County license. And I gotta say, if Gambit's not your speed for some reason, I ran some numbers earlier, and don't hold me to them, but I wanna say we have 26 kittens available for adoption, 24 adult cats, 23 dogs, 3 guinea pigs, 8 rabbits, 5 mice, and 1 bearded dragon. So,
Oh,
you know, there's all
wow.
kinds of stuff
Yes.
that you could potentially adopt.
That's right. And you don't have to take the animal in August, as long as you apply before the end of the month, and then you can, you know, even into the first week of September. I mean, how sweet is he? He is just a big love bug. He's the leaner. I love
Yeah.
it. All right, visit fcac.as.me. You can make your appointment. You can see all the animals that are available here at Frederick County Animal Control. $15.50 in August. It's a great deal to bring home a new pet for the family. All right,
Yeah.
we want to thank Sean, and thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, so sweet, that dog. If you're looking for a dog that's a little bit older, so not that playful puppy stage, but certainly still got plenty of time left, Gambit could be for you. Check out Frederick County Animal Control. All right, wanted to give you a quick weekend recap, sponsored by the Great Frederick Fair, which is coming September 13th to the 21st. It is right around the corner. You want to start getting your entries to like the baked goods, photography, flower arranging, all those things you can enter. So here's how it works. You pay $10 for your entry and you get your week-long entry pass to the fair. It's worth $100 right there. So if you want to do some baked goods, like I said, if you make quilts or any of that, I'm going to give you the details more as we get closer to the dates where those are, you have to turn those in, which is about the Wednesday, I think, before the fair actually happens. But you're going to want to plan it for sure. You can go to greatfrederickfair.com to find out more information. And here is a quick look back of my weekend.
we are here. I just wanted to say a few things. We are thrilled that you are here today with us celebrating our 50 years anniversary. For a small business, that's a big milestone. Very few businesses are able to celebrate their 50th anniversary. We have to thank all of you because at the end of the day, we are here today thanks to all of you and all your support. So big appreciation to all the staff, all the owners, all the customers. And a couple of trivia things that I wanted to tell you. When the co-op opened in 1974 was Lucy, the oldest skeleton, was discovered in 1974. Hank Aaron broke Baby Ruth record in 1974. And the 1974 was the first time in a grocery store that UPC was done. So again, thank you guys for coming today. We're really grateful and blessed that you have come to join us today. Thank you.
Ah, yes. What a weekend it was in Frederick. That Blue Crab and Blueprint event's first time I've been there. You're going to want to get your tickets next year for that. So fun. The crabs were the best I think I've had. When you get a crab that is freshly steamed right before you eat it, I don't know, there's something about it. JB's Seafood was the crab provider for that. All right, coming up tomorrow, I chat with Karen Nicholas about the Great Frederick Fair, which is opening this September 13th. Russ Hodge and I sit down about his upcoming documentary about Frederick. Ray Gallagher tells me about the newest Girls on the Run season. And I was at Bash on the Bay in Ohio last week and got to meet Ashlyn Kraft, an up-and-coming country music performer. And I'll recap that event and we'll chat with her. Please tell a friend about Good Morning Frederick. Let's get those numbers up to where I know they can be. There's still a lot of people that have never heard of this show. So I would love for you to get some friends watching. Have an amazing day. Get out there and be great, Frederick.
Down.